احنا معكم لايف اوز عرب ميديا، معكم لايف من السبيكر اوف ذا هاوس كورتيارد، انجاز للجالية المارونية. دعينا لهون حتى ننقل هموم الوطن. نحن كأسترالية من أصل لبناني وخاصة الطائفة المارونية وصلنا لهون على كامبرا حتى ننقل هموم الوطن للحكومة الفيدرالية. بنشكر أندرو شارلتون نائب باراماتا اللي هو وجه الدعوة مع الكوتشير أليكس هوك اللي كمان وجهوا لنا الدعوة وجمعونا بوزيرة الخارجية وبعدة نواب ووزراء. شرحنا لهم الوضع اللي نحن فيه بلبنان والأزمة الاقتصادية والإنسانية والأمنية اللي عم يعيشها، وكان شغلة حلوة إنه قدرنا وضحنا للحكومة الإسرائيلية شو معنا من خلال اوز عرب ميديا. ثانك شربل ورا الكاميرا. بنحب نحكي مع الاستاذ انور حرب اللي ألقى كلمه بهذه المناسبه، وكانت موضوع تشجيع وترحيب من الحضور لانه حكى من القلب ووضح قديش اهميه لبنان لنا نحن الاستراليه من اصل لبنان وخاصه الموارنه. استاذ انور، شو بتحب تحكي بهالمناسبة الحلوة اللي هي إنجاز للجالية المارونية بهون بأستراليا؟ اعترفوا فينا الحكومة وحبوا يسمعوا شو ندائنا لهذا الوطن الجريح.
قبل كل شيء بدي أحيي اللي قاموا بالمهمة، لجنة الصداقة المشتركة. بدي وجه تحية من القلب للمطران طراباي اللي قايد هالمسيرة. بدي وجه تحية للبناني الموجوع، وبدي أقول له يا لبناني الموجوع إذا تركوك الموجودين فيك اللي بعاد عنك واللي بيسمون منتشرين ما رح يحكوك ابدا.
حلو، احسن.
نحن مندافع بالكلمه عن لبنان الحق، عن لبنان الواحد، لبنان الجيش اللبناني، لبنان السيادي، لبنان اللا حرب، لبنان الجمال، لبنان جبران خليل جبران والاوزاعي، لبنان المحبه. هيدا اللي جينا تندافع عنه بهالارض الطيبه اللي اسمها استراليا. شكرا. استراليا التعدديه واستراليا الحضاره.
شكرا على الكلمه الحلوه، احسن. بنحب نحكي مع ليلى خوري. إذا بتحبي تعطينا شو انطباعك عن هذا اليوم الحلو اللي نحن قضيناه وجينا على سيدني من سيدني على كامبرا لننقل هيدا بالبرلمان الفيدرالي.
كلام ما بيوفي. كتير لقاء حلو. انبسطت كتير. ما بدي يكون عنصرية، بس بما انه المارونايت يعني جامعين الموارنة كانوا بهالاجتماع وسمعوا كلمتنا. ألف شكر اللي قاموا القيمين على هالاحتفال، كان من حزب العمال أو كان من حزب الأحرار. كان شيء كتير حلو هاللفتة منهم. سمعوا كلمة اللبنان المارونة شو المطلوب. إن شاء الله يا رب يقدروا يعطونا الحل، يقدروا يساعدونا لحالة أحسن بلبنان.
شكرا على الكلمة. ثانك يو. الله يقويك، يعطيك العافية. نحكي مع شربل ديب. شرب الديب كمان تعذب واجا على كامبرا ليشارك معنا بهذه المناسبة. شربل، بتحب تحكي كلمة؟ نعم، نحن عم نقرأك لايف على الأوز عرب ميديا بهذا اليوم اللي كان طويل معنا، انه اعترفت فينا الحكومة الفيدرالية بأستراليا وحابين يسمعوا شو آرائنا. شو كان رأيك بالموضوع؟ شو انطباعاتك؟
شغله كتير حلوه. ان شاء الله يا رب بيقدروا يعملوا شيء. هلا كنا سوا لبنانيه وموارنه مسيحيه متوحدين، وصلنا هيدي الكلمه لهون على البرلمان. ان شاء الله بيقدروا يعملوا شيء، ما يكون بس كلام. عنا ايمان بهذا الموضوع. شفت دكتور شارلتون كثير مهتم فيه. نشد ايدنا على ايده وان شاء الله بيقدروا يعملوا شيء. بدنا كل السلامه للبنان هذا اليوم.
ثانك يو لوجودك معنا، والله يقويك، يعطيك الف عافيه. كمان معنا منتقلين وبنحكي مع الشباب الموجودين هون. بده يحكي اكيد فادي، بس هلا بس يخلص تليفونه.
بتعرف انه هو العنصر الفقري
معلوم.
تسمانيا.
لكن اكيد نحن جوزيف مكاري، بتحب تحكي معنا كلمة على الإذا؟ وجودك هون معنا كتر خير الله. وجودك معنا كان مهم، وعطيت مثل ما بيقولوا حضورك له وزن. شو انطباعك عن هالحضور؟ شو
كتير منيح انه الجالية المارونية اللبنانية كلها موجودة مع بعضها.
حلو.
فارد ايد فارد صوت. هو الهدف من هذه انه ما بدنا بس نحكي،
نعم
بدنا يصير شيء اكشن يعني.
نعم.
انه هلا ان شاء الله الدوله الاستراليه تتعاون معنا ويقدروا يعملوا شيء انه شو الهدف تبعنا انه يكون في اكشن
ان شاء الله،
لانه ما في لزوم لنا نحكي صار عم نحكي 35 سنه بلبنان.
صح ان شاء الله
اذا الله راد
خطوه اولى
يكون خطوه اولى. مزبوط.
ثانك يو لكلمتك. ثانك يو. جورج بطرس زلمه بيساعد بلبنان، عنده دائما مساعدات انسانيه، بيوجه دائما لبنان بقلبه ودائما بعقلاته. شو بتحب تحكي بهذا اليوم؟ شو رايك بهذا اليوم اللي كان هون نحن بكامبرا؟
Just thank God we have a voice now with the Australian government, but we want to convert it from talking to action.
Inshallah.
And in the meantime also we want to be able to support the humanitarian support for all our monasteries, our churches, our orphanages, our hospitals, to make sure that the elderly and the poor are being fed whilst our governments work on a solution to finally free Lebanon from the struggles that it's going through.
Thank you. Very well said.
God
Thank
bless
you.
you.
الله يقويك. Thank you.
God
Thank you
bless
على كل
you.
شيء بتعمله.
الله
Thank you على كل شيء بتعمله
God
للبنان.
bless you.
Thank you حبيبي.
That was off the cuff.
Good, Joseph. توني ليون he singled you out. دكتور اندرو شارلتون he singled you out. قال انت كنت المنتور تبعوله. شو هيدي اوز عرب ميديا بالعربي. بحكي بالعربي بحكي بالانجليزي اللي بدك اياه.
انا ما بحكي العربي ولا انجليزي. الله يطول لي عمرك. ايش بدك اني احكي هلا؟ عم يسجل؟
ايه عم نسجل هلا طالعين نحن لايف. شو رايك بهذا النهار بكامبرا؟
الله يرضى. انا ما بحكي هيك عيب على الكذب. ما بحكي
والله ما بتحكي. جيمس قلنا كلمه. جيمس ديفنتلي.
انا اذا توني ما بيحكي،
اذا توني ما حكى انت بتحكي. انت كنت توقف على الميكروفون بتنزل. قرب لقلك هلا ما بتحكي. اوكي لايف يلا. مع راحتك بعدين انت فكر فيها. وبعدين جوزيف سكر، نحكي مع جوزيف سكر رئيس لجنة الحوار تبع الحضارات. اهلا وسهلا فيك بكاميرا.
اهلا.
وحابين نشوف شو كان رايك بهذا النهار اللي نحن جينا فيه على كاميرا على البرلمان، وشو رايك بهاي الخطوه؟
اول شيء خطوه حلوه كتير جميله. منخلي اللبنانيه نتعود هذا المجلس النواب لإلنا، هذا المجلس النواب لكل اللبنانيه، ما نكون بعاد عنه. وقت حدا بيدعينا عليه لازم نروح ولازم نشوف ونحكي شو بدنا وشو.
نحن استراليه،
نحن استراليه من
اصول لبنانيه،
ونحن
مساهمين بهالدولة.
خيرهم يلي عم بيسالونا شو بدكم شو عايزين بوطنكم الام، واعترفوا فينا تيساعدونا بوطننا الام شو بده بلدنا.
حلو.
نحن كمان مشكورين لهالدولة الام ولهالمجلس النواب يلي عم بيعطينا مساعدات. وشكرا شكر جزيل للنائب
اندرو شارلتون اللي دكتور اندرو
اللي عم يطلع على الكل وبيساعد الكل.
وعملنا انفيتيشن وكانت مهمه.
الانفيتيشن كانت كتير مهمه.
حلو.
واليوم النظره للموارنه بشكل عام انه كذا هن الموارنه بيجسدوا وحده لبنان.
حلو.
التنوع اللبناني.
حلو.
نحن لبنان يلي هو وطن رساله، نحن مسلمين ومسيحيين عايشين بآلاف سنين مع بعضنا بإخاء، عايشين بنقطة كتير صعبة بالعالم وتحبين. وهيدي استراليا نحن نموذج عن استراليا كمان يلي هي بتقدس المالتي كولتشراليزم والتعددية ضمن الوحدة الوطنية. فنحن بتعاوننا مع بعضنا كل الطوائف نبني لبنان ونحط ايدينا ببعضنا، والبشرية كلها سوا عم تعترف فينا لبنان هو وطن رسالة، وطن الإنسان، وطن الحضارات، وطن لجميع أبنائه. إن شاء الله نحن بدنا استراليا تساعدنا نرجع نركز لبنان على مكان هو.
يعطيك العافية.
أنا بشكرك.
ثانك يو جو. ثانك يو. رايتشل بدنا نحكي معها. هلو الله معك. هاي رايتشل، ما قدرنا شفناكي بالراوند تيبل بس جود. كيف Yes, he is around. Fadi Zoe, come. Wanted. رح نحكي معك ونقول لك ثانك يو على وجودك هون معنا. شو رأيك بهيدا؟ انت بتشتغلي مع الوزير توني بيرك وكان هو هون وحضرتك نايبة لرئيس بلدية كانتربري بانكستاون. شو رأيك بهذا الوضع هون هلا كموارنة موجودين بالبارلمنت هاوس؟
I think this is fantastic. I believe this is the first meeting that's been set up by Dr. Andrew Charlton. So thank you, Dr. Andrew Charlton, for this important meeting to bring together leaders of the Maronite community to the round table to discuss important issues that Lebanon is critically facing at this point in time.
Thank you. Thank you for your presence. Thank you. بيير سكر بيير أوز عرب ميديا معك ونحن ثانك يو لحضورك هون معنا وتعذبت وسقت 3 ساعات من سيدني لهون. شو رأيك؟ شو بتحس وجودك هون مهم بالبرلمان الأسترالي؟
أول شيء العذاب تنوصل لهون، وجود الشباب والأصحاب ننسى العذاب.
حلو.
الشيء اللي صار اليوم أنا بعتبره تاريخي. وصلنا الكلمة الحقيقية وصلناها للحكومة الأسترالية.
حلو.
وأكيد أخذوها بمحمل الجاد.
نعم.
ويلي كتير انبسطت منه إنه لاحظت إنه عم بياخذوا نوت وعم بيقايدوا كل شيء عم نحكيه.
صح.
وأكيد رح بيشتغلوا عليه ورح بيكون في شيء بالمقابل
إن شاء الله.
ونوعدنا بآخر الحديث إنه رح تندرس القصة وإن شاء الله خير.
تنعاد.
وبتشكركم.
خليك الله يقويك. ثانك يو على حضورك. ثانك يو على عزمت وجيت لهون. نحكي مع جيمس. انت ما بدك تحكي. نحكي مع الاستاذ فيليب سالم نايب محامي بسباك هيرمول وهو بحب يحكي. حكى كلمة قدام على الراوند تيبل وضح فيها إلزامية مساعدة أستراليا للبنان ونحن هذا بنطالب.
يعني
in English if you
okay.
Yeah, okay.
يعني
if you prefer in English it's up to you. Yeah.
Thank you. At this time, Lebanon is in peril.
Yes.
And it's very important that we all do our best to influence our government and our politicians in Australia to speak up on behalf of Lebanon.
Yes.
And to take very concrete action to make sure that Lebanon is not endangered as a result of the conflict in Gaza. We don't want to see what's happening in Gaza happening to Lebanon.
Thank you.
Thank you. And I think this is our attempt to make a difference to bring about a peaceful outcome to the conflict.
Thank you for your words and thank you for your thoughts in front of the committee. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
It was well said. Thank you. Andrew Charlton is on the other side. هنجرب نوصل لأندرو شالتون. هلا سوري جورج سوري عشان بس نوصل لأخذ الكلمة. سوري سيدنا. Hello.
Ladies and gentlemen, we will begin very shortly just with some brief speeches and some welcome while everyone just comes into the courtyard while the bells are ringing. It is my great honour and privilege to welcome you all here tonight to the Parliament of Australia and in particular to the courtyard of the Speaker. My name is Milton Dick and I have the privilege of being the 32nd Speaker of the House of Representatives. Alawa Sahalon. It is my great joy and honour to recognise members of the Maronite community who have joined us here at Parliament. I of course begin by acknowledging the traditional owners on the land on which we gather and pay my respects to elders past, present and emerging. As we gather tonight in our nation's capital and the home of our democracy, I get to welcome some amazing Australians. I know as the Speaker I get to recognise over 1 million people who visit this building every year, the most visited building in our nation. And tonight it is members of the community who are shining. I want to thank our co-chairs who are co-hosting tonight the Honourable Alex Hawke, MP, the member for Mitchell, and the member for Parramatta, Dr. Andrew Charlton.
Yeah, Andrew. Thank you.
When both Alex and Andrew approached me about hosting this event, I said yes immediately because of the calibre of these two members of Parliament for the work they have done for their communities, but the work they do for our nation. Mr. Hawke was a minister when I was first elected in the Parliament, and he had the responsibility for immigration and citizenship. And whilst he was the minister, I came with him with quite a complex problem. It was about rescuing and securing visas for members of the Vietnamese community, Catholic nuns who needed to be admitted to Australia. And without a lot of fuss and a lot of fanfare, he made the protection for those residents become a reality. And when he gave me the good news, he said, I want you to tell the community the good news. I don't want the credit for it. It's only one story that Alex has helped many, many members of Parliament about, but it goes to the character of someone who values citizenship, residency, and the support that we give to those in need, without the lens of politics, which sometimes is too rare. I haven't told that story before, and I didn't ask Alex permission to tell that story, but I wanted everyone here to bear witness to the work that he does and has done and continues to serve in our nation's Parliament. Dr. Charlton was similar when he put the request to me, and normally when members of Parliament come to the Speaker, they're asking for something. They're asking for special consideration or a favour or whatnot. Andrew said, I only want one favour for you for this term, that is to host a reception for members of the Maronite community. For others, not himself. And I know we have a number of senior members of Parliament here, the Minister for Climate Change and Energy, the Minister for Communications, Mr. Sukar, the Shadow Minister, is here, and there were a number of other senators that may have had to leave as well tonight, and Ms. McIntosh, the member for Lindsay. You can always see her smiling face wherever I am in the building. For any other colleagues that are here tonight, please raise your hand. But you are all very welcome. We will have a number of members visit. And of course, Your Grace, to have you here in the courtyard tonight is a great honour for me. To members of the community that have joined you, religious leaders, and so many people who have contributed for so many years to the fabric of our nation. I do want to acknowledge the Honourable Consul from Queensland, Mr. Anthony Torbay, and his wife that have joined us here tonight. He is the most, I'm sorry, Your Grace, but he is the most important person here because he lives in my constituency.
Vote.
So I do need to recognise the locals who support me as well, so it's an honour to have you here. So friends, thank you for joining us tonight. Thank you for the contribution that we make. We are going to make this an annual event to make sure...
Yeah!
We are going to ensure that members of the community are highlighted for your contribution, for the extreme amount of joy, but also the challenges that we know still face in Lebanon today. And we join with you and we'll keep working to support the community to make sure that your voice is heard across all levels of government, and particularly for me as Speaker. I welcome you, I acknowledge you, and I look forward to a great evening. So I'll now hand over to our co-chairs, Dr. Andrew Charlton and Alex Hawke.
Well, thank you so much, Speaker. Thank you for the warm welcome. Thank you for making everybody feel so at home here in your courtyard. And you took my breath away a little bit when you offered to make this an annual event for the Maronite community. That is quite a remarkably generous offer, and it means so much to me and to Alex, and I'm sure to the whole community, to hear how much the community means to you to make that kind of an offer. Friends, I have been a member for Parramatta for 2 years, and in that 2 years, the Maronite community has welcomed me in a way that really speaks to my heart. I have made so many friends in the Maronite community. I have been taken into people's homes, into their festivals, into the church. I've seen a community which is so strong, which is so well connected with each other, which has such passion for Australia and making Australia a better place, and also so connected back to the homeland of Lebanon. We have lots of wonderful communities in Parramatta, but I am so in awe of the strength of the Maronite community in Parramatta. And so it's my pleasure to work with you on these issues that we've been talking about today. I want to acknowledge some of my parliamentary colleagues, the Minister for Communications, Michelle Rowland, the Minister for Climate Change, Chris Bowen, Michael Sukkar, the Shadow Minister for Housing, Jerome Laxal is here as well. Thank you, Jerome. Melissa McIntosh. I might have forgotten a few people. If I have, please put your hand up. Louise. Hi, Louise Miller-Frost. Thank you so much for coming. I think the presence of the Lebanese Maronite community has been felt in this building today, and we needed it to be felt because the issues facing Lebanon right now are acute. We heard about the economic crisis, we heard about the challenges in education, we heard about the challenges in governance, we know about the refugee crisis, and Alex and I wanted today to be a day which was bipartisan, which reflected on the issues facing Lebanon and brought the whole Australian Parliament into those issues, and most importantly was constructive and action-oriented to deliver real change on those issues. And I think many of the things that we've taken out of today we can take forward to deliver that real change. I want to just finish once again by thanking everybody in my office who's worked so hard. Lorna and Jackie, Elise from the Bishop's office, and finally, thank you very much to Sayedna. You provide such strong moral and spiritual leadership in our community. You hold the community together in the way that you provide that leadership. And today, the way you spoke with such clarity, the way you brought the community together and made such strong representations to the Prime Minister, to the Minister for Foreign Affairs, and everybody present is an extension of that leadership, and we're very grateful for it. Thanks very much.
Thank you, Andrew. And I just wanted to join Andrew in thanking all of you for making the trip to Canberra in particular. I really appreciate it. It is important to come to Canberra every now and then, and I want to thank the Speaker in particular for inviting you to come every year. But I think we all know, and we heard today, and it was great to have both the Foreign Minister and the Shadow Foreign Minister there so you could relay all of your concerns, your family's concerns, the immediate updates that you need about Lebanon and what is happening as this situation continues to develop. And as I said before, we're all very aware of the actions of Hezbollah as well as Hamas and the implications that will have for Lebanon. But tonight I just really want to say thank you to you. Today was very valuable for us. You've got Cabinet Ministers here from Western Sydney, you've got Shadow Ministers, people you can now talk to and obviously express those views about everything that matters to the Maronite community in Australia. I want to thank Andrew in particular. He's been a driving force for this initiative. As I said, we were very good mates at university before he started working for Kevin Rudd, then we were not good mates after that. But that's life, and the Speaker spoke very unkindly about me before. I will give you one tip, Andrew. Where, as a new Member of Parliament, having been here a little bit longer, you asked the Speaker for one favour and he granted it. I asked the Speaker for 10 favours and he granted it. So you need to know. Oh, well, that's first. Up your ass. Up your ass. Friends, we really do appreciate the Maronite community in Australia. It's a wonderful migration. I mean, every word I said before. A beautiful community, a successful community, and some of the finest, most passionate Australians I know, all through Western Sydney. So thank you for everything you do on behalf of the community. It's a great privilege now to finish it appropriately with the spiritual head of your community, Bishop Tarabay. We've said a lot about Bishop Tarabay today, but I reiterate what I said before. As a Christian myself, amongst Christian leadership, he is a leader among leaders. Only in humility and only in grace, but also in passion for his service. And we thank him for it. We thank him for his leadership in Australia and his leadership in Christian-based communities. Bishop Tarabay.
Firstly, I'd like to say thank you to the Honourable Milton Dick, the Speaker, and we are very happy to see you every year, and if possible, more than once a year. So to open your doors and your heart to welcome the Maronite community, it's very, very much very much important for us, and we feel that as part of the journey. And I would like also to say thank you to Dr. Andrew Charlton. And Andrew, you said that the presence of the Maronite community was felt today in the Parliament. It is because we're a bit noisy, or? So thank you also for co-chairing the Parliamentary Friends of Lebanon with the Honorable Alex Hawke. And also I'd like to acknowledge the ministers, the Member of Parliament, the member of the Diplomatic Corps, especially our ambassador in Canberra, and the honorary consuls and the Consul General in New South Wales. So, to say it briefly, on behalf of the entire Maronite community, I wish to extend my heartfelt thanks to the Parliamentary Friends of Lebanon. This gathering is not only a meaningful way to foster the relationship between Australia and Lebanon, but also to provide a platform to address the present challenges faced by the Lebanese people. Who better than Australia to be the voice for those who are suffering, who often feel voiceless, unheard, and abandoned to their destiny. From the mid-1800s, when the first Maronites set foot on this land, to today, Australia has given the Maronites so much. In return, the Maronite community has given back to Australia by becoming loyal, hardworking, and active citizens. Today, hundreds of thousands of Maronites are proud to call Australia home, while maintaining strong ties to the land of their ancestors. Our gathering here sends a powerful message to our families in Lebanon. And that message is, we have not forgotten you. Our Australian government and members of parliament are deeply committed to reaching out and offering assistance. Australia has been a beacon of hope, opening the doors of this parliament to listen to us, especially when our homeland is unsafe and where dreams seem impossible. Once again, I am deeply grateful to our political leaders and representatives of our great nation for bringing us together tonight for a cause that it is so dear to our hearts. Your advocacy can make a significant difference to the small nation of just 10,452 kilometers square. The people of Lebanon look to us with hope to help rebuild their lives and dreams, to restore their faith in Lebanon, and to help them see the light at the end of this dark tunnel. I look forward to our continued collaboration and support for Lebanon this time of need. May these efforts be blessed and fruitful, bringing hope, peace, and stability to everyone in Lebanon and in the Middle East. May our homeland once again live up to the prophetic words of St. John Paul II that Lebanon is more than a country. It is a message, freedom, an example of diversity for the East and the West. Thank you very much.
The caterers have asked if we can please take a few steps back so they can bring in food. So it's good news. If we take a step back, we have food. On behalf of Bishop Tarabai and the Maronite community, we would like to present some gifts to the members of Parliament who have welcomed us today. Dr. Charlton, we're going to entrust you with the gift to Minister Wong. She's not with us tonight. May I ask, please, Consul Anthony Torbay, since you live in his electorate, can I please trouble you to present a gift to the Honourable Milton Dick? Yes.
Thank you.
I'll take it back to Queensland if you want me to, and I promise not to drink it on the way.
It's not alcohol.
It is a book about the Christianity in Lebanon.
May I please ask Consul Fadi Zuki to present a gift to the Honourable Alex Hawke? Thank you.
The Phoenician alphabet.
The Phoenician alphabet, fantastic. I love this. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. So much Phoenician. Phoenician.
Mr. Tony Ishak. Is Mr. Tony Ishak still here? Oh, okay. Right. Can we please present a gift to the Honourable Andrew Charlton?
I've always read your songs. I used to
Yeah, of course. One photo. What's inside here? This is...
You're well versed in it,
This was a historic grave.
In Egypt, in North Lebanon. Wow. It's a very interesting story about what they found in that grave. Thank you.
Andrew.
Councillor Rachel Hadi up to present a gift. Is Minister Michelle Rowlands still here?
Yeah, she's at the back actually. Yeah, she's here. Yeah.
Councillor Hadi up, please.
One second.
And just finally, Mr. John Chetty to present to the Honourable Michael Sukkar, please. Where's John? Mr. Chetty? John?
Everyone is waiting for John.
Me? Oh, sorry, Michael. Thank you. Thank you. Done?